Samsung Galaxy, the Android king that changed the smartphone game. From tiny screens and single cameras to AI powered beats with insane zoom. This journey is wild. But how did we go from the humble Galaxy S1 to the absolute monster that is the S25 Ultra? What were the biggest wins and fails along the way? Let's break down every single S phone and see how Samsung shaped the smartphone world. So if you love tech, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let's rewind the clock. In 2010, Samsung entered the flagship smartphone race with the Galaxy S1 featuring a 4-inch Super AMOLED display, a big deal at that time because AMOLED screens were vibrant and had deep blacks. The phone had a 5 megapixel rear camera but no flash, which was a major drawback for a low light photography. Powered by the Exynos 3110, the phone was decent but laggy by today's standards, running on Android 2.1 Eclair. It was a great start, but Apple's iPhone was still ahead. Samsung leveled up big time with the Galaxy S2. It had a 4.3-inch Super AMOLED Plus display, which was even brighter and sharper. The 8 megapixel rear camera was a significant jump, and for the first time, Samsung introduced a front facing 2 megapixel camera for selfies, something iPhones didn't have yet. The device was powered by the Exynos 4210, paired with 1 GB of RAM, which made it one of the fastest Android phones of its time. The Galaxy S2 was Samsung's first truly great phone, light, fast, and a serious iPhone competitor. This was the phone that put Samsung on the map. It came with a 4.8-inch HD Super AMOLED display, a huge leap in screen quality. The 8 megapixel camera was improved with better image processing, and for the first time, Samsung introduced Smart Stay, a feature that kept the screen on as long as you were looking at it. The phone ran on the Exynos 4412 with up to 2 GB RAM, making it snappier than before. The S3 was a massive success, selling over 70 million units. People loved its design, battery life, and smooth performance. With a 5-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display, the S4 was one of the best looking phones of its time. The 13 megapixel rear camera took sharper photos, and Samsung went all out with the features like air gestures and smart scroll. Powered by the Exynos 5410, the phone had a 2 GB RAM, ensuring smooth multitasking. Cool features, but some were kinda gimmicky, still was a massive hit. Samsung introduced IP67 water and dust resistance, making the S5 one of the first flagship phones to survive a splash. It had a 5.1-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display, a 16 megapixel rear camera with improved autofocus, and a fingerprint sensor. Powered by the Snapdragon 801, it had a 2800 mAh removable battery, meaning you could carry extra batteries for all day use. A great phone, but the plastic design felt outdated in an era of metal phones. For the first time, Samsung ditched plastic and went for a premium glass and metal design. The S6 featured a 5.1-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display, while the S6 Edge had curved edges, making it look futuristic. It had a 16 megapixel rear camera that was one of the best of its time. However, Samsung removed the micro SD slot and removable battery, which disappointed fans. It looked stunning but lost some of key features people loved. Samsung listened to feedback and brought back the micro SD card slot and water resistance IP68. The 5.1-inch Quad HD display looked better than ever, and the 12 megapixel rear camera with 12 pixel autofocus made low light photography much better. The Snapdragon 820 or the Exynos 8890 ensured flagship level performance. Samsung introduced the Infinity display, touching the home button and stretching the screen to 5.8 inches for S8 and 6.2 inches for S8 Plus. The Snapdragon 835 or the Exynos 8895 made it super fast, and the 12 megapixel camera continued to be impressive. One of the most futuristic design, but Bixby was kinda useless. Samsung introduced a 12 megapixel variable aperture camera that could switch between f1.5 and f2.4 for better low light shots. Samsung gave us a punch hole displays, a new ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, and reverse wireless charging. The S10 Plus had a 6.4-inch Quad HD AMOLED, a triple camera setup, and the Snapdragon 855 for peak performance. Samsung packed everything in, but little did we know, this was the last flagship with the headphone jack. The 6.9-inch 120Hz display was stunning, and the 108 megapixel main camera plus 100x space zoom promised insane photography. However, the XNS 990 variant had battery issues, and the $1,400 price tag scared buyers. Samsung made the Ultra more polished, better cameras, S Pen support, and much improved Snapdragon 888 or Exynos 2100 chipset. A great phone, but Samsung started removing chargers from the box. Samsung officially merged the Note series into the S lineup. The S22 Ultra came with a built-in S Pen, making it the perfect successor to the Galaxy Note series. It had a 6.8-inch Quad HD AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and improved cameras, including a 108 megapixel main sensor and periscope zoom. It was powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 in most of the regions, but still it had Exynos 2200 in some. It was basically a Note series in an S series body. Fans loved it. For the first time, Samsung ditched Exynos for all markets and used the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy, an overclocked version of Qualcomm's latest chipset. The 200 megapixel main camera was introduced, making it a powerhouse for mobile photography. The battery life was finally top tier, and Samsung's software felt more optimized than ever. The S23 Ultra was all about refinements, and the Snapdragon exclusive strategy was a game changer. Samsung shifted its focus to AI driven features with the S24 Ultra. It introduced Galaxy AI, bringing the advanced live translation, AI powered image editing, and intelligent call filtering. The design became more boxy with titanium frame, making it feel even more premium. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy powered the phone, while the 50 megapixel periscope zoom camera provided better low light zoom capabilities. Samsung entered the AI era, but was it enough to make the S24 Ultra revolutionary? The latest Galaxy S25 Ultra takes AI even further, making the phone more intelligent and personalized. The AI-driven optimization now extend a battery management, camera enhancement, and real-time voice interaction. Samsung's new custom Exynos chipset aims to compete directly with Apple's Silicon, while the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy variants offers extreme power. Has Samsung finally perfected the smartphone, or is there more to come? Which Galaxy was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more epic tech breakdowns.